Welcome back to Have More Babies. Today, we're really diving into something huge for new parents.
Yeah.
That whirlwind first 100 days with your new baby.
Yeah, it's an incredible time. And we're drawing on some great info from Omega Pediatrics today. They were practice over in Roswell, Alpharetta, and Milton, Georgia. And their insights are really helpful for this stage.
Oh, absolutely. It can feel like such a blur, right? So much happening, so many firsts. So our goal here is to kind of map out that timeline using what Omega Pediatrics suggests, maybe make it feel a little less, overwhelming.
Exactly. A bit of a roadmap. We want to pull out the key things to expect, what's really going on with your baby and with you too.
Okay, let's jump right in. Days 1 to 7, that initial hospital stay, what's happening right at the start?
Well, Omega Pediatrics points out this is really about the big transition. For the baby, there are those immediate tests. You remember the hearing screening?
Oh, I do. Feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
And the little heel prick test, the blood test for genetic conditions?
Yeah, exactly. They do those early checks to get a baseline, make sure everything's starting off okay. And then feeding starts
Yeah.
right away. Whether it's breast or bottle, you're learning those first hunger signals.
It's amazing how fast you start picking up on those little cues, isn't it? And the nurses, the hospital staff, they're such lifesavers then, showing you bathing, swaddling.
They really are. They help with everything. And they watch for things like jaundice, too, checking bilirubin levels. That's super common.
Right. My little one was a bit yellow.
See? Very normal. Then before you go home, usually around day 5, maybe 7, they do final checks, weight, another hearing screen.
And then you get the big info dump for home, safe sleep, feeding again, what little developmental things might be coming up.
That's the handover, yeah. Which takes us right into days 8 to 14. Omega Pediatrics talks about this as settling in at home.
Ah, yes. The beautiful chaos phase.
Definitely. And something Omega Pediatrics notes for moms is the postpartum bleeding. It can last, up to 6 weeks sometimes.
It's so important to remember that. And to rest. Ask for help when you need it, seriously.
Absolutely vital. Your body needs recovery time. Meanwhile, the baby's settling into that feed, sleep, poop routine.
Yeah.
Feeding every 2-3 hours, pretty much.
Around the clock. Oh, yeah.
And sleep. Well, that famous advice, sleep when the baby sleeps. It's gold.
It really is the only way sometimes. Okay, so after those first couple of weeks, days 15 to 30, things start changing again.
Big time. This is when you start seeing those heart-melting first milestones.
The good stuff. Like the first real smile. Omega Pediatrics puts that around days 15 to 18. Oh, it's the best.
It really is. And making eye contact, those little cooing sounds starting.
Tiny little noises. So sweet.
Then, physically, maybe days 19 to 22, neck muscles get a bit stronger. Time for tummy time, just short bursts. And they might start reaching, batting at things. A simple rattle becomes fascinating.
I remember that. So exciting when they first connect with the toy.
Yeah.
And then days 23 to 26, maybe rolling. Tummy to back.
It can happen.
Okay.
Catches you by surprise sometimes. Their interest in everything just explodes.
And as you get close to 1 month, days 27 to 30, their social side develops more. Recognizing faces, voices.
Definitely. They know you. And Omega Pediatrics really stresses how important interaction is here, talking, singing, playing. Plus, keep up that tummy time for muscle strength.
Okay, month 2, days 31 to 60. What's the focus now? Sleep and feeding again.
Often, yeah. Patterns might start to emerge, maybe around 6 weeks, like Omega Pediatrics suggests. But don't count on it being smooth sailing.
Right, because just when you think you've cracked it, boom, growth spurt, or some other leap.
Exactly. So days 31 to 45, you might get lucky. Maybe slightly longer sleep stretches at night, fingers crossed.
Well, that'd be nice.
But still, lots of daytime feeds. And they're definitely more awake, more alert during the day now.
And then the growth spurt potential, days 46 to 60, suddenly starving all the time, maybe fussier.
That's classic growth spurt behavior.
Yeah.
More feeding, more cuddles needed. It fuels all that growing.
It makes sense. Issues.
Precisely. Gotta be careful. And then, teething might start showing up between days 76 and 90.
Oh boy. The drooling, the fussiness. Poor little things.
Teething toys can help, especially cool ones. Gentle gum rubs. And like Omega Pediatrics advises, chat with your doc about safe ways to soothe them.
Good advice. Wow, okay, so suddenly we're at days 91 to 100, the home stretch of this first big phase. Time to celebrate how far you've come.
It's amazing, isn't it, how much changes. Around now, days 91 to 95, maybe sitting up with some help, or maybe even without. More babbling, too, responding more to your voice, your expressions.
And creeping towards the end, days 96 to 100, maybe getting ready to crawl, rock-in, scoot.
You might see those early signs. Their curiosity just keeps growing. They're really engaging with the world.
Throughout all this, Omega Pediatrics says, just be patient, be kind to yourself and the baby. It's a huge adjustment.
It really is. Lean on your support system, family, friends, healthcare providers.
Definitely. And speaking of these early days, making memories is so important, isn't it? Take all the photos, all the videos.
You really can't have too many. A simple scrapbook or just folders on your phone, they become treasures. Those little handprints, too.
Oh, I love those. And reading to them from just a few weeks old, great for bonding and builds that foundation.
Such a lovely thing to do. Now, let's quickly circle back to growth spurts. We mentioned them a few times. They're these intense periods of rapid growth, right?
Right.
And they really can shake up feeding and sleep.
Yeah, that sudden hunger is the big clue, isn't it? Like they just can't get enough.
That's number one. Sleep might change, too. Could be more, could be less, could just be more broken. And definitely more fussiness is common. Often these spurts line up with learning new skills, too.
Ah, okay. So the extra fuel goes into growing and learning. Makes sense. And pediatricians track this with growth charts.
Yep. At the well baby checks, they measure length, weight, head size, and plot it all on those standard charts. It shows the baby's personal growth curve over time.
Can parents track this at home too, if they want?
Yeah, Omega Pediatrics mentions you can. Gently measure length, use a baby scale for weight, keep a little log. It can help you spot those growth periods. And you can kind of see how they compare to the standard WHO or CDC charts, just as a general guide.
But the doctors look at the bigger picture, not just the spurts. Right?
Oh, absolutely. They're looking for key benchmarks, like doubling birth weight by around 4 months, tripling by a year, and most importantly, that consistent upward trend along their own curve. That shows they're thriving.
Okay, so consistency is key, more than just those temporary jumps.
Exactly. And typically in those first few months, they might gain, 1 to 1.5 inches and maybe 1.5 to 2 pounds a month, roughly. It happens in fits and starts, but hitting those bigger weight milestones by 6 months in a year are good signs.
That's helpful context. So if a parent is worried, thinking, is this a growth spurt or something else, what should they consider?
Look at everything together. Sleep, feeding frequency, diaper output, wet and dirty ones, and just their general mood and behavior. If something feels off or you're worried for more than a day or two, definitely call your pediatrician. Always best to check.
Great advice. Puts your mind at ease. Okay, so wrapping up our look at the first 100 days, it's just an incredible, intense, amazing time. So much change.
It really is. Just remember patience for yourself and your baby. Give yourselves grace.
And for much more detail, personalized advice for navigating these early days and everything beyond, you should definitely visit omegapediatrics.com. They have fantastic resources there.
They really do. And hey, if you found this chat helpful, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for more insights, and maybe share it with other new parents you know.
Thanks so much for joining us on Have More Babies, sending all you new parents out there the very best on this wild ride. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.